Hello everyone, in this video I'll be showing you a build guide for the Fall Reaver Oakheart Sentinel in Baldur's Gate 3. This is a mod that was made by Nightly_ST, and it's an undead fall typed build. So we got ourselves some poison, necrotic, as well as acid damage with this. So the Oakheart Sentinel comes with the Oakheart's companions, as well as just the regular old classic companions. And with this, you also get to speak with nature, or speak with animals. And the Fall Reaver in particular gets some very fun spells. So we get the Orb of Autumn doing 2d8 of acid damage. We get Inflict Wounds, and we get the Shield spell. We're also able to get an extra attack. So this is kind of blurring the lines between a spellcaster and a melee attacker. We also get the ability to add additional damage to our weapons, which you'll see here. And I'll be going through the full build as well as the gear options and combat. So for spell selection, cantrips, I think that the Infestation works well here. It's poison damage and just fits thematically with this. Make sure you have Mistress Spells mod downloaded to be able to get all these extra spells. Otherwise, just go with your usual druid spells like Thorn Whip. And I also added in Frostbite for the disadvantage on attack rolls, just to give yourself something a little bit beneficial, because fall, what comes next? Winter. So cold kind of fits the theming. Now for our spells, I think it's best to go with Thunderwave. The pushback is just extremely useful. You can also go with Fog Cloud or even Healing Word. Healing Word allows you to pick up down to allies. Also, Create or Destroy Water, pretty effective spell because you can double damage for lightning and cold damage for other casters, but we're gonna go with this here. And for our ability scores, I think going 18 Wisdom, because you're able to get the +3 from this class, is the best choice. And then we'll also go 16 Dexterity and 14 Constitution. Alongside that, we got 10 Charisma, 8 Strength, 8 Intelligence. So again, I'll be going through the full build and then doing combat and I guess gear in the middle there. So on to the next level here. We're going to be going with, we get ourselves the Oakheart casting expertise, allowing us to sculpt our spells, kind of similar to the Evocation Wizard. Let's get another choice in spell here. I think Create or Destroy Water works well. Although you can also take like Absorb Elements if you got it, or Ice Knife to cast something if you're silenced. And for the class passive, we get to choose some type of weapon fighting here, and defense is typically the best choice. That +1 armor class, extremely useful early on in the game and pretty nice all the way through. Although you can take one of the other ones if you prefer taking that. Now with the Fall Reaver, we got a lot of poison necrotic damage. So we got the Tainted Touch, gain health points when slightly damaging your enemies. It's a 1d8 necrotic and concentration. And then we also got the Rays of Blight, which does 1d6 poison, acid, necrotic. And it'll also poison for 2 turns. And we get the subclass feature Autumn Child. Spells you cast and attacks you ignore resistance to acid and poison damage. So if there's anyone that resists that, which is a lot, it no longer will be applied. In addition, when you deal acid or poison damage, you cannot roll a 1. And we get to choose a level 2 spell here. I like to take Spike Growth for crowd control around this level, and we can replace it once the Woodland Being comes available at level 7. At level 4 here, we get to take another leveled spell. I think a Heat Metal can be extremely effective as well to take, and it kind of fits thematically here. For the feat, I think going with an ability score improvement to take up Wisdom to 20 is a good move. So we'll go with that. At level 5, we get the Companion's Bond and an extra attack. So adding a proficiency bonus to armor class and damage rolls of our companion, and we get an extra attack, which goes without saying, very useful. We also get Animate Dead and Earth Wound, which is similar to Hunger of Hadar, does cold and acid damage. And this is nice. Big power spike, getting an extra attack as usual, but also the Hunger of Hadar spell. And once we make it to level 5, Tidal Wave is an extremely effective spell because it sets up water and knocks targets prone. So Mistress Spell is very useful for that. You could also go with something like Call Lightning, Plant Growth for the crowd control effects that it brings, or even Counter Spell. And those are all great choices. At level 6, we just get to choose another leveled spell. Counterspell being really effective, but so is Plant Growth, and Call Lightning if you want to have a guaranteed damage and just hold that concentration for continually casting. Once we get to level 7, we get the Exceptional Training, Dash, Disengage, and Help for a bonus action for our companion. We also get ourselves the Summoned Bladed Needle. So a Bladed Needle appears to help you in your fight. And we get Everard's Black Tentacles, the spell, and we get ourselves level 4 spells. We're going to take Conjure Minded Elemental, and then we'll swap out the Spike Growth, and we'll use this to take ourselves Conjure Woodland Being, as it can hold concentration on Spike Growth for us. Level 8, I think the best choice, Ice Storm, and Grasping Vine is also kind of nice. We have a spell similar to that. What's nice about Ice Storm is it creates ice surfaces, which makes it so that everyone's just going to slip and fall. That's really good. Now for our next leveled spell, We could go with an ability score improvement and take up our dexterity. It's going to give you better weapon attack rolls. We can also, if you'd want to go to dual wielder perk, just to use 2 weapons that can fit thematically here as somewhat of a Knight of the Fall. There's a few other choices you can potentially go with. I think that even just an ability score improvement or alert is another good choice. But I think ability score improvement for dexterity is probably the most impactful for us here. So that'll also give us higher armor class. Now at level 9, we get ourselves the Dethrone spell. So this is 10d6 plus 20 necrotic damage. This is a spell from the base game that's only available in Act 3. So pretty cool. And we also get Cloud Kill for our undead to be able to survive. And we get some really fun spells here, level 5. So things like Insect Plague and Conjure Elemental are top of the list here. I want to go with Conjure Elemental because elementals are so useful in Baldur's Gate 3. At level 10, we get to choose Insect Plague, and we get an extra attack for our companion. Woohoo! Makes him a lot stronger. And level 11, we get ourselves the Summon Cursed Mound, and it summons a Shambling Mound. We'll show you that off, as well as Circle of Death being a very effective spell. And then we also get to choose some higher level spells here. And Conjure Fey works really well. This is a Mistress Spells exclusive again, but it's so useful. And at level 11, or level 12, you can take, again, go back to level 1, take a level of Fighter to give yourself heavy armor, as well as Constitution Saving Throw proficiency. But I'm going to stick with the full 12 levels of the Oakheart Sentinel, because it's actually a pretty good build, and we get ourselves another feat. You go with Wall of Thorns or Sunbeam. Sunbeam can be nice just for knocking targets blind, and 68 radiant damage, pretty nice. The Fisher spell is also pretty good if you have Mistress spells unlocked, so you can go with either one of those. And for our feat, again, alert, going with the dual wielder feat, or even just an ability score improvement, our dexterity is probably the best choice. So we're getting into the gear side of things. I'm just wearing this robe for aesthetic purposes, but you might want to go with something like the ballast armor. It's just the easiest way to make your character really strong. You do have to get up into the middle of combat with this, but with a shield, we got a 25 armor class, which is really nice. So you could go that route. This will give vulnerability to piercing damage so that our attacks with Infernal Rapier can do extra damage, double damage at that. And this will also improve our spell save DC and give us a summon. And the Cambion kind of fits thematically with this, the theme of fall and death. We also got the Mask of Soul Perception for increased initiative and attack rolls, Cloak of Protection, Ballast Armor, Helldesk Gloves for increased spell attack roll and spell save DC, as well as fire damage and extra necrotic damage. And we also got the Evasive Shoes here. I went with the Hellrider Longbow for the increased initiative, Ring of Protection for increased armor class, Killer Sweetheart for the free crit, and Amulet of Greater Health. So what we want to be doing is we want to summon in our large amount of allies. So we got our Cambion here. I should also have done something a little bit differently here, because whenever you use the Cambion, we do want to swap around and use like our free Conjure Elemental. So we'd have to, I would recommend swapping around and getting the free Conjure, be able to conjure that freely. I'm just going to swap it right now. We don't really need the Cambion, but that's a nice benefit. So with that, we get our free cast, and we can do a Conjure Elemental and go with the Water Myrmidon. This is just the strongest for this build. And then we can also swap out and add in Marka Heshker, because Marka Heshker will also give us another free cast. We can use this for another free level 6 spell. So you really want to stretch your mileage with this. Arcane Battery, Conjure Fey, and we're going to go with the Dust Hag here. And then we can go back and take our Infernal Rapier back, which we would normally summon in the Cambion. And then we also got ourselves the Woodland Being, so we can summon this in. And the Woodland Being also has another summon. So whenever it's popped in, you can use the Fallen Lover to bring in a Woodwode. So another summon. And then we also have our summons too. So we can go with the Classic Companions or the Oakheart ones, which give us a Spirit Eagle, Tainted Bear, Blink Dog, Saber Cat, Winter Wolf, and Keeper's Owlbear. I want to go with the Keeper's Owlbear here, but just a normal bear also works really well. The Owlbear has the Crushing Leap, and it can also do some pretty crazy damage, so the Owlbear is pretty nice. I also like to add in the going with the Animate Dead if you can get some Summon Undead. Also going with the Ice Methods, really useful because the Ice Methods will just explode and take out enemies, and that's 2 of them that you get. You can also summon Us if you got Us. And then we also have our Summoned Curse Mound, which I'll summon in right now, a little goopy thing here. And yeah, it's got 202 health, and it's got some fun attacks. So I'll show this off in combat. As well, we also got the Summoned Blade and Needle, which I'll show off once we get outside. You also could just go with the bear companion. The bear is a good choice as well, because with the bear, you're able to, I guess you can only summon one at a time, but the bear is good because it also can summon in another bear. You also, if you got Conjure Us, you can pop that down, but I'll show off what this looks like in combat here. So with our large crew of summons, we're just going to pop in, and we'll first summon in the Blighted Needle here, so we can pull this in. Just another summon for us to be able to mess around with. So with that, it just gives us some more damage. The little cute fella there. And then we'll get our squad in arrangement here to start a fight. So I like to drop down like some crowd control first. So Tidal Wave's nice because this will create a water surface, so we can pop that down and then follow it up. Well, we've got ourselves some zombies by taking out enemies, which is perfect. So yeah, with this we got a lot of enemies to go against, but we also have powerful spells like Dethrone and Cloud Kill that we can also drop, or Circle of Death. I also just like to go with a good old-fashioned go with the ice spells here, so we're going to drop this down. Unfortunately, we'll take out one of our zombies probably. Oh, we got counterspelled, so of course we did. That eats up our action there, unfortunately. But yeah, we can just go ahead. We also got Mind Blast, I guess. We could just do a Mind Blast to hopefully take out some more targets here and bring in some more zombies. So we'll let them do their thing, and we'll just end our turn here. What's also nice is the Water Myrmidon also can apply create water, so you can use that to... Oh, I did not realize there was someone right there. So the nice thing with the Myrmidon is it can create water and make a huge area for you to apply your cold spells to as well. So that's another nice option you got. So I'm surprised the Water Myrmidon rolled that high of initiative. But yeah, we got lots of summons, so we get lots of turns. Next, we got our Hag here to go again, and and we can do some psychic damage because we have the Resonance Stone on, so it's going to do double damage to that target and made them sleep. Perfect. And then we also got our little Shambling Mound here, which can do a Needles attack and only 45% hit chance, but of course they blocked it. And Needle Burst, which we can I guess try to line up well so we don't drop anyone else. We can go with the big guy there. Oh, that's fine, didn't work properly. Oh, there we go. And yeah, the Needle Burst, which you can continually cast, kind of funny. So you can drop that down again whenever the icon works, and it went again there. You can just continually cast that, so I wouldn't recommend doing that because it kind of cheeses things, but it is an option that you got if dire things happen. Oh, fortunately the ice method exploded and knocked everyone prone. We got our Dryad here, so we can I guess we'll go with Shillelagh here, make our stick a little bit stronger, and then bonk, and hopefully we can do a good amount of damage. Oh, 16, that's surprising. So then we also got our Owlbear, which can do a crushing leap, or we can just go with its normal claws attack, which will knock back, and hopefully, oh, but we got extra attack, so 60% chance. There we go, finally hit, and it took them out. That doesn't turn them into zombies because it's not us that does it, so that's unfortunate, but still very, very strong. What's also nice about the zombies is they take aggro for us, so they can take out enemies that way, and that's actually pretty effective because whenever there's zombies there, it means your team's not getting hit, and we already have a lot of summons, so that's even better. And our Woodwoad is into the thick of it, so we'll just use him to attack here. He can... Oh, got riposted. Crap. He can also entangle targets, so that's another option that you got with that. And we got our big Shambling Mound here, so we can also use the Devour, so that crazy, it can instantly take out a target. So we got someone there that's bound, or we can just go ahead and we'll drop, I guess we'll try to move him into a good position to be able to drop this. I don't want to take out any of the other targets, so it's unfortunately a large target, so it doesn't have the best movement speed. So let's move it here, hope it doesn't slip on the ice, and we'll go with the Digestive attack. I'm spitting it out on the Hag. So spit up on them, and then we can use the Devour, and 94% chance to eat it and get it killed instantly. Perfect, that worked. So that's really awesome. And then our Ice Burst here will just drop right on them. 35% hit chance. It ain't hidden. Oh, knock them prone. That's a win in itself. They're gonna heal, and then our zombies are gonna go crazy here, so they go in and just do their normal attacks, which are not very likely to hit. They're very likely to get taken out with only 10 health, but it's just another roadblock for the enemy to take care of, and that's exactly what you're using them as, basically. and then back to us, so we can go ahead with our powerful spells and hopefully won't get counterspelled. In preparation of counterspell, I guess I can drop his, I can go him first. I don't think he can be counterspelled, but maybe if we just take somebody out. But we also get 2 attacks, so we can go ahead with our own attacks and drop something like this here. Critical hit, create zombies, and make an attack in the range here, so we'll also attack them. Don't slip on ice. Boom, another zombie, and then we get to cast another spell. So something like Circle of Death can be really fun because this hits in a very large area. Boom, and it created some, I guess it didn't create a zombie, they still have full health, but it was an attempt. So also it's nice you can summon in the you can go black hole even, or even drop down the you can drop this space where you can interchange bonus actions and actions freely, which is a really effective use if you got that spell. I guess we'll try and hit this target there and unconscious. Claws, I'm not close enough. Vampiric Nightmare Touch, yeah, I can't make it there. Hypnotic Pattern, we can try and hypnotize them. I guess we'll drop that down, and we hypnotize one of them. That's a win. And then we can just go with our little spiky attack here. So bring him into the fight, drop it down, takes a minute, and it worked, making another zombie for us to have on our side. So that's perfect. Our dryads here, the target got taken out, so they can cast spike growth too. That's another thing that they can go ahead with. We'll just skip their turn, and the owlbear will make its way over. And we also have the bonus action dash, so we can even go a little bit further with our companion, get him into the things, and then go with his multi-attack here, which will hopefully take them out. Blocked, and then took him out. Turned them into a zombie too, even better. And there's still, yes, there's this one target here I forgot about. So we'll just take care of them, and that should be it. He's gonna try and attack the woodwode. That's fine. The woodwode's doing his thing. Athletics failed, and then we can just drop it with our big fella here. So I guess with this, we just want to go around and eating things with it. So we'll just go with our vomit, get the bile on it, and finish it off with a devour. If we can land it. It's not letting me target it for some reason. We'll skip our turn and we'll take him out by other means. 50% hit chance. Oh, 16 damage. Nice. And then we can go. This is not the wisest attack. Well, I'll do it anyway. Oh, only hit him. And then let our zombies go ahead and attack this guy covered in acid. So this should hopefully take him out as he gets attacked. Probably not, actually. They don't have the best hit chance. They're more so a distraction rather than an actual offensive capable unit. But yeah, we'll let them do the. And it's back to our turn here, so we can go with Dethrone. This is a fun spell. 50% hit chance. Might take him out, might not. Boom. It did. So that was pretty fun. We got a lot of different summons here. That is the Fall Reaver Oakheart Sentinel. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you, Nightly ST, for this awesome build, or awesome mod. And I'll see you all in the next video. Cheers.